facilitate the management of device alarms and logs and make fault locating and diagnosis more efficient, NetEngine series routers allow users to configure alarm or log masking based on service requirements. This video describes how to mask alarms and logs on NetEngine series routers. There are 3 methods you can use to mask alarms. One method is to mask hardware alarms of a specified board or subcard. Use this method if you are not interested in the hardware alarms of a specific board or subcard, for example, when frequent alarms of a faulty board or subcard affect device performance. In normal cases, you are advised not to use this method. Another method is to disable the device from reporting alarms. Use this method if you do not want the device to report any alarms while you are performing maintenance operations on it. The last method is to use an alarm masking table to mask specified alarms. If you are not interested in certain alarms, you can configure and bind an alarm masking table to mask alarms in a specified range. Now let's see how to use these methods. The first method is to mask hardware alarms of a specified board or subcard. To use this method, log into the device, enter the system view, and then enter the alarm management view. You can then mask hardware alarms of a specified board or subcard. To mask hardware alarms of multiple boards or subcards, perform this operation multiple times. To cancel the masking of hardware alarms on a specified board or subcard, run the undo form of the command. Note that if you do not specify any subcard ID, hardware alarms on all subcards in the specified slot are masked. The second method is to disable the device from reporting alarms. If you do not want to receive any alarms from a device, you can disable the device from reporting them. For a command line user, run the corresponding command in the user view. For an NMS user, enter the system view and then the alarm management view, and disable the device from reporting alarms to the NMS host. The hostname host1 is used as an example. Note that you are advised to disable this method after the maintenance is complete. The last method is to use an alarm masking table to mask specified alarms. To use this method, enter the system view and then the alarm management view, create an alarm masking table, and then enter the alarm masking table view. You can configure specific parameters to mask a specific alarm, alarms with a specific severity, or alarms of a specific feature. To set multiple masking conditions, run the command multiple times. To cancel the masking of an alarm, run the undo form of the corresponding command. After the alarm masking table is configured, return to the alarm management view and implement the alarm masking table. In this way, alarms are masked based on the masking conditions in the alarm masking table. Note that each terminal user can use only one alarm masking table, but multiple users can share the same table. During device operation, frequently generated logs or traps may interfere with the generation of other logs or traps. In this case, you can configure log masking. There are 2 methods you can use to mask logs. First, if you are not interested in specific logs or traps, you can mask them. Second, if many redundant logs are generated due to consecutive identical logs, you can enable the suppression of statistics about consecutive identical logs. Now let's see how to use these methods. One method is to mask specified logs or traps. To use this method, log in to the device, enter the system view, and perform the corresponding configurations. You can specify the ID or name of a log or trap, or the module name. After the configuration is completed, you can check whether the log masking configuration is correct. Note the following points. Up to 50 different logs or traps can be masked on a device. Security logs cannot be masked. Masked logs or traps cannot be masked again. Attempts to do so will result in the system displaying a message indicating that the log or trap has already been masked. If the ID or name does not exist, the system displays a message indicating that the configuration fails. The other method is to enable suppression of statistics about consecutive identical logs. To use this method, log into the device, enter the system view, and enable suppression of statistics about consecutive identical logs. After this configuration is completed, consecutive identical logs are not recorded, and only the number of repetitions is displayed. By default, suppression of statistics about consecutive identical logs is enabled. Note that consecutive identical logs have the same log ID and parameters. That's all about how to mask alarms or logs on a NetEngine series router. Thank you for watching.